Hello, welcome to Wrestling at Mom's Basement. This is the Q&A episode for this week of July 30th. Of course, I'm Patrick Young. This guy to my right is the Beth Phoenix to my Natalia Giovanito.
Thank you, I'm the more talented one.
Well, I made you Disco and I was Alex Wright last time, so
Yeah, but that's
I've compromised.
But it's still upgrade. But it's still like you still got at least two.
There's not much of a change from Alex Wright and Disco Inferno.
Yes, it was.
And there's not
there's
not much of a change between Beth Phoenix and Natalia.
First of all, yes, there's much of a change between the first one. Alex Wright's better in the ring. And second of all, there's a much of a change between Beth and Natalia. Beth's better. With all due respect today.
Yeah, so Alex Wright is better than Disco Inferno. And Beth Phoenix is better than Natalia.
Yeah, but Natalia's not Disco's on Natalia.
No.
Alright then. And Beth's a little better than Alex.
I just upped the stakes, alright?
Both women are better than Alex
Beth and Natalia are currently on our TV for a replay of Table for Three.
But the biggest question
I
is,
saw two friends together.
who is Nia Jax?
That's Isaiah. Because he's like a third. She's like a third part of the conversation.
I always knew he was a heavy set, some mellow woman.
Yeah.
If you actually seen him, it's pretty damn accurate.
I think he would appreciate it.
This is our fourth Q&A. We'll kick things on with something that's being taped tomorrow night on Wednesday and Thursday night of this week, the Mae Young Classic. Our first question is similar to last week's first question. Isaiah really thought these through this week.
Yes.
Literally, a lot of these are not
going crazy.
This was a little similar to last week's, just to clarify. Open question. Last week was first question was how excited are you for the Evolution review? This week was how excited are you for the 2018 Mae Young Classic?
Pretty damn excited for me. Essentially, you get to see a WWE production for like the best female talent in the world that's not signed to any major promotion.
What's on our side to WWE?
They're given a nice spotlight to shine and show what they can do. So they go out there and they try their hardest, pretty much in each match. And there's very little main roster creative involvement in this one. So on the way, it's pluses around 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 here too. Last week I caught some flack for saying my excitement of Revolutions is at a 10. I caught some flack from some people.
Namely me.
You're right. So I'm giving 10s everywhere. Honestly, the reason the excitement is as P for NYC 2. That's Mae Young Classic 2. For those of you that are hip like me, is because of the success last year. Because the success last year in tour edition, because the tournament this year is absolutely stacked. Look at the main participants in the field. Io Shirai, Toni Storm, Mercedes Martinez, me, and Killer Kelly, Madison Rain, Deonna Purrazzo, Caitlyn, Jenny, Rhea Ripley. Don't let that one go in the radar. She's also younger now. So
yeah, she is.
That. Lacey Lane, Nico fucking Salamura.
Yes.
And those are just the ones I've seen in action. I've done research recently from when we reviewed the Mae Young Classic for some of these girls.
You've been holding that on me.
Well, I haven't hold it out. They're not on the network, so it's hard to find. And it's not holding it out.
You've been holding it out on me.
The Mae Young Classic's not here anytime soon. I can catch up.
Alright.
Well, you've seen Io, right? You've seen Toni Storm, Mercedes, me, Killer, Madison, Deonna, Caitlyn, Geneva, wrestle. How the was I mentioned? So, and those are others like Hiroyo Masasumo. I botched that name completely. I've heard tremendous things about, and I'm buzzing with anticipation. I'm hoping for a Storm and Shirai final. I don't think that's going to happen because of the UK Women's Championship being defended at Evolution as well. I'm just hoping for that because was just my body's ready for that match. Actually, my body's ready for the tournament.
Okay.
And plus, since they're all talented in the ring, it makes them even all hotter. Up next, The even main roster stars like Tyler Breeze with nothing to do pop up and work at NXT live events as late is a great idea.
My answer to that is why the hell not? Essentially, you're taking people that really aren't doing much, won't generate much of an interest in front of a main roster house show, or they'll probably get a minor pop or whatever. Put them in NXT, they'll actually generate a bigger pop, because that's where all hardcore fans are going to be that night.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, they will get a better reaction. They'll generate a lot more interest at those events than they would the main roster ones. And I'll even take one step further. If you're not having any plans for them, you haven't had plans for them for quite some time, why not just send them back down to NXT?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure at least some of those guys wouldn't necessarily balk at that idea. So
yeah. This should have been an option for me as soon as a talent like Bruce made it to the main roster. I don't like admitting that sometimes some actions don't fit on the main roster compared to NXT, or get lost in the shuffle because of the number of talents on Raw and SmackDown. You can't fit everyone in. I say a while back that when we were talking with Ono, like WWE should always have people like Ono, where the veterans can coach a return performer that needs to set some ring rugs or acts that aren't connected well as anticipated, make the track back down NXT. A talent like Breeze is an NXT favorite and is able to pop the crowd, and as someone who's worked on the main roster, is able to take on player coach role to younger talents, give them the do's and don'ts and how to present themselves, and just give them better preparation as well as struck on their call-up. This also goes for the guys like Ty Dillinger, Kurt Holt, because he is a primarily NXT talent, but and even the Revival. Bruce has a tremendous understanding of character work and will be a great mentor for someone like Velveteen Dream and a nice takeover bound feud. And I didn't realize how much I wanted that match until I said it.
yeah, that sounds really good. Actually, to add to that, Tyler Breeze, I did see online that Tyler Breeze and Adam Cole had a match at the NXT house show that came this past weekend.
And this is why NXT should be part of Superstar Shake-Ups now.
Yeah. They were doing Adam Cole baby and Tyler Breeze baby.
Oh, okay.
So that was a dueling chant at the NXT house show. One that had more stuff like that for NXT fans.
Next. Do you think the Drew Gulak versus Cedric Alexander Cruiserweight title match will end up on the SummerSlam pre-show?
To me, in a perfect world, I'd love for
every match on Raw should be on pre-show. Correct.
Yes. And in a perfect world, I would love to see the Cruiserweight Championship match on SummerSlam and have a whole bunch of time to have Gulak and Cedric just tear the whole place down. But probably in a more realistic but hopeful world, though, I think the pre-show would actually be a better spot for them.
Because of time constraint? Less time constraint?
Because of time constraint, exactly. They would have more time to just bring the entire house down.
Let's just hope Barclay opens the doors on time this year.
And that if they put it on SummerSlam, I would worry that they put it in the spot of a popcorn match, where it's thrown in between two big matches. However, this way on the pre-show, it's not necessarily thrown between big matches. It's essentially the pre-show to get the crowd going, and I think that's the perfect spot for the Cruiserweights.
I can think of a couple of Raw matches that deserve that pre-show spot.
Yes.
One was made last night, Finn and Corbin.
Yeah, and I do feel bad that I'm saying I don't think they should be on the pay-per-view, but for their own sake, I don't think they should be on the pay-per-view.
In my opinion, this should have been billed as one of the marquee matches at SummerSlam. Cedric's been a great fighting champ, and Gulak has played the role of Pretzel Twisted Sadistic heel perfectly. I never realized how great these two have contrasted each other, but all heel and Triple H produced 205 Live. But Hunter doesn't hold the keys to the kingdom yet. So the Cruisers are still an Andrew's fault. I do expect this, though, to go the way of Neville versus Aries at WrestleMania. And nearly steal the show. And pre-show. But someday, guys, I'm honestly rooting for you. Up next, do you think the Authors of Pain main roster run has been a disaster thus far?
I'm just gonna sort of just run down what's happened with the Authors of Pain. The first night, they come in, have a squash match. They have Paul Aaron with them until they told him to stop following him like a creep, and then just walk away. In my eyes, a pretty big mistake there. Then they kind of do a couple other squash matches, which isn't a bad start for Authors of Pain.
Right.
It's how NXT started them.
Yeah.
However, what didn't help was the 7th week absence, which
may or may not have been visa issues.
Yeah, I'm gonna go by with it being visa issues.
But only Bob hyped them up while they're gone.
Yeah. Not running vignettes or whatever. That's not good, but it's kind of a minor mistake, and I'm going to take it for face value and probably say that it was visa issues. So it's really no one's fault, but it's not good. Then when they come back, they're booked in a Careless feud where it's with Titus Worldwide, or they don't necessarily, or they're feuding with someone you don't necessarily care about. And then they kind of they have their first chink in the armor against Titus Worldwide. At least it was Apollo that did it, but still. However, at this point, for me to label them disaster would be that they would be unfixable. And I don't think they're there yet. I hope they never reach that point where they're not taken as seriously as before, or even close to being in that frame. The example of what I'd be referring to would be like the Ascension. They came in, they completely changed up whatever gimmick they had, and pretty much they had them run through a couple people or run through a couple jobbers, and then they decided to essentially have them run through Legends and get their ass kicked on one of the biggest Raws of the year. At that point, I think that kind of ruined them straight up, and then pretty much jobbing them out to everybody hasn't helped them since. Where I do think they are unfixable. Authors of Pain isn't near there yet. Hopefully they never reach that, but I can't label them disaster just yet because I still believe they are fixable.
How the fuck do you screw this up? I
do think they screwed it up. Yes.
It's not that hard though. You have a big burly team with a charismatic manager and one with a legacy manager, one of the greatest teams of all time. So that can talk for them, and they go in and wreck shit. I will have thought this when I was 5. And said, "Oh, those guys are big and can beat my dad up." Well, you're fine. You think over the top. I am absolutely stunned.
You probably could have beat up your dad.
Oh yeah, try beating him in a video. It's fun. I know he gets mad when you beat him up in WWE games. Yeah. I know that some are pissed at how the Revival have been treated since they made the main roster, but that NOP's treatment is unforgivable. They arrived, disappear, came in, looked like they were going to be rehabbed, then disappear again. Only for them to be in a heatless feud with goddamn Titus Worldwide, excuse my language. Aiken lost to Apollo Crews in less than 2 minutes. Apollo fucking Crews. Let that sink in. These guys should have obliterated Titus Worldwide. Then everyone else would be tag champs already. Elrin never should have left them. Even the Elrin Pierman could not work on a logistical standpoint, even though he was finally traveling. There's someone else to manage them. This is like baseline level shit. It's not fantasy booking one it's booking as existed from the 1970s. I don't know what that's number 1. Okay. Question 5, what's your most anticipated SummerSlam match right now? Don't buy the card that was on Sunday as of what? Don't buy the card that was confirmed as of the weekend. So this is up to date as of Tuesday night. Right.
Well, I actually had another match in that I kind of forgot about the match I'm going for. To me, it's Bryan and Miz. I know it wasn't necessarily done. It wasn't announced this day, but you literally just threw that rule upon me.
Clearly, It wasn't a rule. It was an obvious question. You received a question.
Tell me.
I did not.
Tell me before Sunday that match wasn't going to happen at SummerSlam.
Well, I don't know.
Bullshit.
I never know
Bullshit,
what SmackDown's doing. SmackDown's all over the place.
No, they're not.
Yeah, well, I figured they were going to make it this week, but it's still, the rules clearly say it was your most anticipated match, SummerSlam match right now. It was texted to you on Sunday, August the 5th, around 9:30 a.m. or 10 o'clock a.m.
Well, anyway, I'm going with Bryan and Miz.
Alright, don't listen to him.
Because he literally just made up the rule about Sunday.
No, but it was clear as day. If you're writing these questions down on Sunday. If you're reading... Whether you...
Even if you get past
if you answer
the right now semantics, you're telling me that you didn't expect a Bryan versus Miz match to happen.
I know, I would have thought it would have, because SummerSlam needs at least 13 matches. So I'm pretty sure they had to fill in the spot. So yes.
Well, anyway, that's the match I'm going to go with. It's been...
What did you answer that Sunday or Monday?
It's been pretty much ongoing since 2010. But it also really heated up a couple years ago during Talking Smack. Where essentially Bryan called him soft and Miz just went off on him. Pretty much, the feud's been building since then. As soon as that segment was over, I think everyone wanted to see Bryan and Miz again. But we needed a miracle for Bryan to get cleared, and guess what? A miracle happened. Bryan's cleared, and we're off the races. Miz has been playing his part perfectly, and Bryan's still that guy you can get behind, that you want to see him punch Miz in the face. We got a little bit of it tonight for spoilers for SmackDown. But I think for me that's the match I want to see most at SummerSlam.
I'll be right there with it if it was announced on Sunday or Monday, so it doesn't matter. I'll let you answer these today, now with this like. Did you answer these today?
I did answer these today.
Did you really?
Yes. I saw I had the questions, okay, I'll get some later. Then when I got to work, I'm like, oh crap, I gotta come up with answers.
Finding your opinions out.
Thank you.
So technically, when you typed it up, was this confirmed? Does this happen the day of filming?
So you're telling me...
Yes, it was going to happen. But I'll let it slide since you did today. But if you did it yesterday, this question would have been invalid. Good thing I didn't make this the main question like I was going to, because Unfair was the biggest question. I told them SummerSlam come up just next week. But, my God, there's a lot of controversy surrounding this question.
There is a lot.
It's very simple. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe.
That was the match I had down.
That match was made on Sunday. So, as of Sunday, when I answered these. And it's still my match I'm looking forward to the most, because AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe during. Maybe my expectations are a little reserved because of the AJ Nakamura feud. I will admit that. Other than their last man standing match, not everything lived up to the hype of these two.
I have higher hopes than I would if it was another AJ Styles and Nakamura match.
Right.
But yeah. But I'm still a little worried as well.
But AJ isn't going to be in the ring with a showman like Nakamura. He's going to be working with a beast record. Someone who since Ryan Day has been working and giving promo. Someone who's since been on the main roster has been better than Nakamura on the main roster. Yeah. I will say that. More on AJ's level. Who's been working, giving promo work like his mission to be noticed by Vince McMahon. Seth Rollins may be WWE's MVP this year, who knows? But Samoa Joe's making a case for being the most compelling character on the main roster. Everything he does is so completely believable, and maybe the only one other than Brock Lesnar on the main roster who carries the old school mentality of I'm a killer, I'm paid to beat people up, but I like beating people up anyway mentality. With Joe's intensity and AJ's likeness for storytelling, and even a challenge between the two to try and top anything they did in Impact, this match could be fire. I want Joe to win, because this works his right been wiring it, being true to short champion, and I'm sure he could be a better Brock Lesnar than Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
No, let's go. My expectations aren't that reserved, because I think Joe's better than Nakamura on the main roster. So I'm not going to be that reserved, because I think Joe puts on better quality work than Nakamura does.
But does it still limit your expectation now? After what we've seen of AJ Styles and Nakamura in New Japan, to what the AJ Styles and Nakamura feud was in WWE. And that difference, does that give you a little bit of a pause?
That difference I put, besides on Crave, I put that a little bit on Nakamura. Because I don't think Nakamura has been as good as he was in NXT. I think the heel turn helps. But I don't think Nakamura's been as good as he's been in New Japan or NXT.
Okay.
I think Joe has actually been better since he's been in WWE than he was his last few years of Impact.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'll be more disappointed if this one doesn't live up to my expectations than the other one. Because Joe's quality of work since he's been in WWE. He's been one of the best for the last 3 years.
Right.
So screw the reservations, even though it's a main event, but that's an also. But you gotta make the fans unhappy to main event. And then actually I would say so the feud going to this first match is way better than the AJ Nakamura feud to go into WrestleMania.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah. They just played up dream match. They're literally going personal with the two of them. So there's more hype for the match. So what's helping this match is they're not just riding the dream match wave. And I think that's what makes the WrestleMania match go from what I was expecting like a 7-star match to like just a very good match.
Yeah.
Because WWE was literally riding the hype of the dream match wave from New Japan. There wasn't really a built-in feud between AJ and Nakamura, a built-in story.
True, yeah.
They're not just playing off of their history. They made someone personal. And I actually think AJ and Joe always had better chemistry than AJ and Nakamura, even with their still on Wrestle Kingdom match. So I think AJ and Joe's arguably TNA's best feud ever. And the last question: do you think Matt Riddle is a great sign for WWE?
Yes. I can literally stop my answer there, but I'll give you a little bit more. Yeah, he'd be a great sign for WWE. He's arguably the biggest name out there. He definitely stands out as a performer to anyone, I think, in the Indies or in WWE for that matter. And all around, he's strong. He wrestles different than anybody else. He looks different than anybody else. And essentially, I think he'll make a huge splash. And I'm going to guess he's going to go to NXT first, but wherever he goes to WWE, I think he'll be a big deal and a great signing.
Riddle is someone I've watched for a long time. 2 years. 3 years.
I think I've seen a match of his before you did.
Was that 2 or 3 years ago?
I think it was 2.
So, okay. Yeah, Riddle's someone I've watched for a long time. I always believe he has something very special about him. It's that it factor that he can't play fair is reserved for very rare and special talents. Now, I'm not making some bold claim that he's someone that will springboard WWE into some new golden age.
No.
But he has something that is molded the right way and placed in the right circumstance. It could propel Riddle himself in this transfer. He has a Kurt Angle vibe about him. Someone who came into the wrestle business cold and only had amateur fight his name, but has taken into every aspect of the art form like a fish to water. And his evolution into the performer has become something only a few achieve. He will probably practically take over and debut the Master Fanfare. The only prediction I will make, he won't be in NXT for long.
Okay.
I think he has everything that may work on the main roster. Until then, put that man in the room with Black, Ricochet, Gargano, EC3, Dream, Gold, and Ciampa, damn it. That should literally be his first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches. Then call him up to the main roster. I think he's ready for the main roster.
How old is he anyway?
Yeah, probably younger than us. 32. I just guessed because he was a UFC fighter.
Matt Riddle.
MATTRIDDLE. So I passed looking out.
He is 32.
I think I know that because I didn't
Oh,
know.
he's from Allentown. I didn't know that.
Oh, look at that. We have a hometown boy.
Oh.
Home state boy.
He's from not far away from here.
Woo! So, now don't for this edition of QA. We'll be back on Friday. The Rolls Fight Out 1 our live NXT reviews. Next Monday with QA number 5 on Night War number 5 and something else. Take our Orlando 2017 review. And debuting Summerslam weekend. But we're going to get to work on it because we still have an hour left.
Yes.
After this, this is Isaiah's idea, so thank you, Nia Jax. Thank you, Lena.
You're not like most girls.
No, you're not Lena Funny. Finish me. I know it's Lena. No, you're not fake Anawahi. No, well, she's a real Anawahi. Tamina's the fake Anawahi. Just.
Okay.
You know, Isaiah, you're Tamina. He just sits there and stares at us.
He's not like most girls.
No, he's like a Mr. 9 to me.
By the way, there's nobody over there.
Yes, there is.
No.
Oh, wait, that was last Wednesday, but he was still there. He was working that pole at one point.
There's wrestling stickers on that pole, but there's nobody sitting in front of the pole.
Well, this idea comes from a brainchild of Isaiah. They do on the Saturday night in Wrestle in Holiday Inn Express, Brooklyn.
Yes. After we have our feast of Papa John's pizza. Namely because Papa John's is the only pizza restaurant we know from there.
Yeah,
and no, we're not supporting...
Nothing like some good old-fashioned racist pizza.
Yes. Some good old-fashioned racist pizza.
Fascist. I don't think we're fascist. I think we're racist. Well, we're not racist, but by eating that pizza, that might make us racist.
It might be. But damn, I like pizza.
But I never had Papa John's. Anywho,
It's not bad.
Okay, that Saturday night will be the Brooklyn review. All the shows will be live those nights, just to clarify reviews. Now, you might not get them up on the channel until later that week, because Wi-Fi, trying to upload on that Wi-Fi sucked.
Yeah.
Balls last year.
Yeah, I had to use my data, and it pretty much destroyed my data.
And since I'm not on data, point like that, I'm on data point. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So I'll film it on my phone. They'll be up that Wednesday night on.
That's the benefit of having Sprint. Yeah, it's a cheaper service, but you get free. But you get unlimited data.
By coming that Wednesday night, on August 23rd, will be the first ever Wrestle in Miles' Basements featuring Tamina. Or I say, Power Rankings, where the three of us ranked every WWE wrestler, WWE Power Rankings, ranked every WWE wrestler on a scale to 1 to 10 for all-round performances for that year. And we average out our 3 averages, and we'll see who ties or who gets number 1. However, so it should be fun. Isaiah may already know ours. We're going to do Pat tonight. We'll know the list by the end of the night.
Yes.
But you won't until this 23rd. But I just keep you in that. All shows will be up that week, too. And as SummerSlam's almost here, then we'll be taking you to WrestleMania with us. Where we're more likely going to be trying to film on the outside, we have said.
Yes.
We were discussing on WrestleMania Sunday.
Yeah, cool. We're probably going to get to MetLife Stadium early. And then, like, hey, why don't we just film out there?
Just to clarify.
Just get a little bit of more of a setting diversity.
Yes.
Instead of just here or in
Holiday
Inn Express.
But just to clarify, thank you for last Friday, too. We did have a big growth of followers. We had I think we had like 48 new followers last Friday.
Wow.
So thank you for that,
yeah, if you guys are watching us and you're one of those 40, thank you. If you watching, you already followed us, thank you again.
I know we're 4 away from 1900.
Wow.
So get us there, and if you do, we won't rainbow on in the next video by Friday.
That is no promise.
So we will not rainbow on Friday's videos if you get us to 1900 before Friday.
Yes. We're rambling now.
That's just to let them know not to make us ramble. We're rambling to not make us ramble. Because we need some help not rambling, because we get distracted easily.
I ramble when I try to make a point.
What's my point? Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming. We have Power Rankings debuting and the usual stuff in the weeks to come.
Yeah.
So, thank you to Mina and to everybody, and we'll see you on Friday.
See you then.
Now I'm just going to stare awkwardly like Tamina.